Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our viewers joining us around the world to Pembroke Pines, Florida, the home of the mighty Trigon tonight, the home of BYB Extreme 34, the Brawl in the Pines 4. We now move to the lightweight division. Scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds is brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Christopher Young. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 135.9 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 3 victories, opposite 1 defeat and 1 no contest. And he fights out of Pembroke, North Carolina, by way of Lumberton, North Carolina, introducing the former World Championship contender, introducing Joshua, the Preacherman, Oxendine. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with gold trim. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 134.8 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 6 victories, opposite 2 defeats. And he fights out of Broward County, Florida, introducing Jarod Kid Gatti Grant.
Lightweight showcase, Christopher Young, our referee. Joshua Oxendine and Jarod Grant.
When you're ready. Fight!
Here we go! Black and blue trunks for Jarod Grant, blue and white trunks for Joshua Oxendine, the former title contender.
Oxendine has a background in MMA, has very, very good hand skills for one of those fighters that have come back from MMA, come here from MMA. Grant has a boxing background, but has been very adept at adjusting to the bare knuckles.
Big time.
Sport very well. So again, a good, solid matchup here. You can see tactically, both guys have that set position, but also that respect for one another, not to go too crazy as they're trying to set each other up off of sharp jabs.
Jarod Grant, when he made his BYB debut, he did it a weight class up because he wanted to fight in the Trigon. So that fight against Lucas Jones was at 145. Now he's back at his normal, quote-unquote, 135, as is Joshua Oxendine.
This is a good weight class. I mean, you got Irwin, you got Tenori. Both of these guys as well are very, very high-level fighters. This is a good weight class with some solid matchups, this being one of them.
John Bernard.
John Bernard, oh, how could I forget him?
Yeah.
Another very, very good fighter.
And you can tell the process of feeling each other out, throwing some feints, Paulie, as you like, to see where the openings may present themselves.
So guys giving different looks here. You see Grant now trying to give that closed guard. Oxendine trying to set up using that jab and then tries to turn it into a left hook. There he finally changes up with a backhand. He missed. He's trying to use that left hand and then suddenly try to surprise with a left hook. There he tried to sort of a half hook, half jab. You see he's thinking in there. See what Grant does to make the adjustment. Right now he seems like he's studying everything Oxendine's doing, sort of processing things, seeing how he's going to attack. Getting a good jab from Oxendine, starting to redden underneath the cheek, underneath the eye on the cheek of Grant.
And the corner of Grant, you can hear him say, watch his range. Josh is the taller and longer fighter in this matchup.
And he understands that. He's trying to maintain that longer, taller range there, trying to not to let Grant get too close to where he can get comfortable. Big hook there by Grant. That's exactly why Grant was not throwing all those shots. You see he's sort of processing, and there's a big left hook there from Grant that lands on Oxendine. He took it well, Goldie.
But it landed.
Oh, yeah. He's going to need a little bit more consistency here as Oxendine controlling the center ring, or center Trigon, so to speak. Good jabs. That jab has been really working overtime this entire round, and you can see the Grant is wearing it on his cheek, that blood.
And kind of rubbing under the eye.
Oh, good
right hand from the Preacherman.
See, Grant tried to roll with it and come back with his own right hand that missed. So he did ride a little bit with that Oxendine right hand, but it did land enough, and plus the counter that he rolled back with missed altogether. Good round for Oxendine.
Well documented, Oxendine thought he should already have the belt. Looks great in the first 3 minutes. Jarod Grant in the black and blue, blue and white. Joshua Oxendine in a great start, staying patient, staying sharp, strategy implemented almost to perfection in the first 3 minutes by the Preacherman.
You know, Goldie, they say you can jab with a jab or don't hook with a hooker. Well, it seems like this round, Grant has tried to start jabbing with Oxendine. His number is going to get up with that jab. He's landed a couple of good jabs to start this round. Now Oxendine is backing him up again. I think Grant has to try to match the jab output and the creative jab output at that of Oxendine to get a little closer.
He's got to negate that 3-inch height advantage and
right there
2.5-inch reach advantage from Oxendine, who looks very sharp. He said he was sparring 2 days ago.
Yeah, he's very sharp. And he's varying the attack and not really telegraphing anything. Even that sharp right hand he just threw didn't turn a lot of weight into it, but it was a sharp shot that sort of changed the trajectory of the offense. So that takes away the anticipation ability of Grant.
Josh moved to 3-0 with the gloves on back in April of this year. He's had his professional gloved bouts in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Of course, Joshua Oxendine from Charlotte, so a short drive to get to a place we have been on frequent occasion.
See Grant trying to get that left hook in there again. He landed in round one. He came up just short a few seconds back. Let's see if he gets on. The output of Oxendine's jab has been the difference, and Grant is just not matching it. Again, jab with the jab and a hook with the hooker, but it's been Oxendine who's been a lot to dictate with the jab, and he throws the occasional straight right hand just to prevent Grant from starting to get a timing on that jab, which is very smart.
And he's going high-low with that jab, too. He'll throw it to the head, and then he'll change levels and throw that jab to the midsection of Kid Gatti.
Yeah. Gatti just a little bit lackluster here. Just not able to answer the intensity of that lead hand of Oxendine, who's fought a very disciplined fight, fighting at the proper range, preventing Grant from really getting anything started. See, the jab is an offense starter, but it's also an offense debilitator to your opponent, because if you can just keep a jab on your opponent, he can't really think about setting you up with anything complicated, because he's worrying about that jab that's constantly in his face.
And Paulie, as you and I well know, it can also be a fight finisher without the gloves on.
At times it has been, yeah. Grant now used a couple of jabs there and landed. Oxendine output with his jab is starting to slow down here. Let's see if Grant takes this moment to take advantage of the momentum. Another good jab from Grant.
Good snap jab. Now some movement from Kid Gatti.
A double jab right hand combination to the stomach. Grant has to get on the front foot here if he wants to get back into this fight. Then Oxendine maintaining that distance. How was Grant going to negotiate it?
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. This one's scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Round 3. Gatti started to pick up the pace.
Second half of that second round.
Yep, and he's coming out with much more fire and aggression here to start the third partner.
Yeah, and Oxendine wearing that jab under his cheek now as well. See if Gatti can keep closing that gap and start getting, oh, big shot, wow. Counter right hand, catch and shoot.
What did we talk about?
Doing the robot and breakdancing. But I don't know, Oxendine may get up.
It is all over.
He's not.
Just like that. Kid Gatti finishes Oxendine in round number 3.
And maybe took over as a fighter, as a KO of the night.
Josh not happy that it got stopped.
Yeah, Oxendine, you got to show the referee. I'm curious to see the replay, how Oxendine reacts when he gets up. He may have stumbled. If you're going to go down that hard and then take your time getting up, it's very, very important when you do get up, because the referee's already probably in his mind assuming you're very hurt based on the way you went down and how long you stayed down. It's very, very important now to show the referee when you get up that you are completely fine. And I don't know if Oxendine, if you even stumble there or anything, the referee has no choice. He's going to stop because he's already assuming the worst.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Christopher Young calls a stop to this contest at 31 seconds of the third round. Declaring your winner by knockout, Jarod Kid Gatti Grant.
Kid Gatti.
KO of the night so far?
Yes, yes. Kid Gatti with Baby Gatti, and they will visit with Danielle.
Congratulations on a great victory tonight. Yesterday, in interviews, you said you take the first round to figure out your opponent. What was it that you saw that you came out and changed?
He was throwing one punch at a time, and it looked like he didn't like pressure, so that's why I just stood in the paint with him. It was downhill from there.
We got baby Gatti in here. So from now, 2-0, where do you go from here?
Hey, man, I just baptized the Preacherman, and I want my world title belt next.
Well, we'll have to tell Mel about that. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jarod Gran, another spectacular performance.